Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest updates across South Sudan and beyond. Well, in this video, we bring you the latest update from South Sudan. We will cover recent attack, rising violence, political development, and the growing humanitarian crisis affecting many communities in South Sudan. This is a developing situation and we will explain everything. Before we move on, please, if you are new to this channel, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Let's begin our report with air attack in Wudier and Shortbora area in Upper Nile State. We begin with a serious report coming from Wudier and Shortbora Payam. On March 24, 2026, at around 1 p.m., there was an air bombardment in this area. The attack reportedly continued until about 3:13 p.m. According to local source, the SSPDF, South Sudan People Defense Force, aircraft was used in the attack. And this aircraft was an Antonov, which dropped bomb over the area. Despite the fear and destruction caused by the bombing, there are reports saying that civilians are safe. Many people believe they were the main target, but thankfully, no civilian deaths have been confirmed at this time. This has brought a mix of emotion, fear because of the attack, but also really because lives were spared. At the same time, messages were shared warning fighters to stay alert. They were told to prepare for possible ground attack and to defend their areas. The message also shows strong determination, saying they will not give up or surrender, and that the struggle continue. This kind of language reflects the ongoing tension and conflict in the region, where both sides remain firm in their position. SSPDF and SPLIO forces. Even though civilians were not harmed in this incident, the use of air bombardment creates fear among communities. People are forced to stay alert, and many worry about what could happen next. Let's move on with the violence in Mandar East. Now let's move to another serious situation in Mandar East, county located in western Equatorial State. Since March 9, 2026, according to the report, the area has been experiencing deadly violence. Report confirmed that at least 22 people have lost their life. 3 others have been injured and thousands of people have been forced to leave their home. The attack are believed to have been carried out by Army cattle raider from Terekeka County. This attacker targeted communities that depend on cattle for their survival. Let's break down what happened there exactly. According to the information, in Menga Payam in western Equatoria, 17 people were killed. And in Lozo Payam, 3 people were killed in an early attack. These numbers show how serious the situation has become. Because of the violence, many families have fled their home. Some are now staying in school while others are hiding in safer areas. More than 3,400 people have been displaced according to the report. Imagine leaving your home suddenly without food, without shelter, and without knowing when you will return. This is the reality for many families right now inside South Sudan. Local leaders are warning that the situation is getting worse. The rainy season is starting, which makes life even harder for displaced people. Roads become difficult to use, shelter become weak, and disease can spread easily. There is also a shortage of food, clean water, and medical care. Leaders are now calling on both Western Equatoria and Central Equatoria government to take action quickly. They say people are suffering and need urgent help. Right now, the situation remains tense. There are fears that more attack could happen if nothing is done. And then move on. Illegal checkpoint and insecurity. In another important update, Vice President Tabande Ngai has spoken about rising insecurity in Unity State and Roweng. According to him, one major problem is the presence of illegal checkpoints. Vice President Tabande Ngai stated that, according to him, one major problem is the presence of illegal checkpoints. He stated that there are 26 checkpoints that are not authorized by the government. Here is how they are spread. According to Vice President Tabande Ngai, 13 checkpoints in Abiemnom, 7 between Mayom and Rupkona, and 6 between Rupkona and other areas. These checkpoints are causing serious problems. People controlling them stop vehicles and interfere with movement. This includes United Nations vehicles, oil company truck, and even government officials. This situation is affecting daily life in many ways. Transport of goods is delayed, food and supplies take longer to reach communities. This can increase prices and create shortage. In some cases, these roadblocks have even led to deadly incidents. The Vice President gave an example where a government tractor was held for 20 hours, even though it had a military escort. He warned that these illegal checkpoints are making insecurity worse and hurting the economy. Areas like Twitch Mayadit, Mayom, Rupkona, and Abiemnom are among the most affected areas. This shows how control of a road can impact an entire region. Now, let's talk about where is Lul Gabriel. Let's talk about a political development that is raising many questions inside South Sudan. Lul Gabriel, the spokesperson of the SPLA-IO, has not been seen or heard from 4 weeks right now. He was once very active and regularly spoke to the public. However, since February 3rd, 2026, he has not made any public statement. This has caused speculation and concern. Some claims suggested that he was placed under house arrest in Uganda. These claims were shared by Muhoozi Kainerugaba, the son of Yoweri Museveni, the president of Uganda. However, the SPLA leadership has denied this report. They claim that, or they called them false, and said Lul Gabriel is safe. Even with this denial, there has been no clear proof of recent appearance from him. This silence has raised questions, especially at a time when the country is preparing for election in 2026. It also highlights bigger issues, misinformation. In time of conflict, it can be difficult to know what is true and what is not. This creates confusion and uncertainty among the public. Let's take a look at another report, Governor replaced in Unity State. In political news, President Salva Kiir Mayardit has made a major decision. He has removed Riek Bimtok from his position as governor of Unity State. In his place, Joseph Ngwen Muntuel has been reappointed. This announcement was made through the state broadcaster. This change comes just a week after deadly violence in Abiemnom County, where more than 200 people were killed. However, the government has not clearly said if the governor's removal is directly linked to the violence. Joseph Ngwen Muntuel is not new to this role. He has served as a governor before and is known as a close ally of the president, Salva Kiir Mayardit. His return comes with mixed reaction. In the past, there have been accusations and sanctions related to his leadership. However, the South Sudan government has denied this claim. Under the 2018 peace agreement, the president has the power to appoint and remove a state official during this time of tension. Well, this move shows how leadership change are being used during this conflict time, because right now South Sudan is not in a good condition as we are speaking. Well, in conclusion, as we come to the end of this update, it is clear that South Sudan is facing many challenges, from air attack and local violence to political uncertainty and economic disruption. The situation remains complex. Civilians continue to suffer the most. Many have lost their home, their livelihood, and their sense of safety. Leaders are being called upon to act quickly to restore peace, provide support, and protect communities. At the same time, accurate information is very important. People need to know what is happening so they can make informed decisions. We will continue to follow this development and bring you updates as they happen. If you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing and turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload any video, you can be notified. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.